Motion to record. Millennials are paying a $1,847 monthly lifestyle tax that boomers keep calling bad choices. Verdict first, this is not avocado toast. This is the price of being a normal adult in a system that turned every basic need into a subscription, a surcharge, a premium, a deductible, a password, a portal, and a fee. The data is on the table, and the ruling is clear: boomers got the starter kit. Millennials got the checkout screen.
For the record, this episode compares boomer households at the 1990 adult building stage with millennial-heavy households in 2024, especially ages 35 to 44. Total annual spending for ages 35 to 44 was $35,594 in 1990. In 2024, it was $91,229. Housing went from $11,050 to $30,369. Healthcare went from $1,415 to $5,949. The market value of an owned home for that age band went from $77,318 to $292,785.
Objection. We had bills too. We paid mortgages. We paid for gas. We paid for kids. We paid double-digit interest rates. Nobody handed us houses with a bow on them. We worked, saved, delayed gratification, and fixed things instead of replacing them.
Objection denied. Nobody said boomers had no bills. The charge is that the bills changed character. A mortgage was a bill tied to an asset. A lot of millennial bills are toll gates tied to access. Pay the childcare bill or lose your job. Pay the phone bill or lose your job. Pay the health premium or gamble your body. Millennials are not buying luxury. They are renting permission.
Motion to define the tax. The $1,847 monthly lifestyle tax is not one magic bill. It is a stack. Housing premium $641. Childcare premium $312. Healthcare premium $239. Student loan and credential drag $186. Phone, internet, and software access $211. Vehicle finance and insurance creep $159. Fees and surcharges $89. Job market compliance $10. Total $1,847 per month. That is $22,164 per year before investing, before emergency savings, before a down payment.
Important clarification. Official averages hide sacrifice. If a household cannot afford a child, the child care bill disappears from the average, but the life choice was still priced out. If a couple delays buying a home, the mortgage payment disappears from the average, but the asset path was still blocked. The lifestyle tax is the cost of doing the adulthood boomers were told was normal.
You are making adulthood sound like a conspiracy. We did not have smartphones, streaming, delivery apps, electric SUVs, and designer coffee. A family in 1990 had one landline, one television, hand-me-down furniture, and a station wagon. Millennials upgraded the standard of living, then complained that the upgraded life costs more.
That argument dies on the first cross-exam. A smartphone is not a toy when job applications, banking, tax forms, school updates, maps, daycare messages, work email, and landlord portals run through it. Internet is not entertainment when remote work, homework, insurance claims, and basic customer service require it. The old landline did one job. The modern phone is an unpaid office.
Motion to enter Exhibit A housing. In 1990, the owned home value for ages 35 to 44 was $77,318. By 2024, it was $292,785. That is a house turning into a toll booth. A high rate on a smaller principal can be refinanced. A huge principal never apologizes. Millennials face the price, the down payment, the insurance, the property tax, the HOA, the closing cost, the competition from investors, and the fear that waiting another year adds another $30,000.
For ages 35 to 44, homeowner status was 67% in 1990 and 60% in 2024. 7 percentage points does not sound huge until you translate it. That is millions of adult households pushed from ownership into renting, from equity into receipts, from mortgage principal into a landlord balance sheet.
Renters existed in 1990. Young families doubled up. People lived in small houses. People moved where jobs were. You are making it sound as though every millennial deserves a house in the most expensive city in America.
No, the claim is that the reasonable places got expensive too. Moving is not a cheat code when jobs concentrate in high-cost metros, rural hospitals close, local wages trail housing, and remote work gets clawed back. You cannot budget your way out of a rigged map.
Motion to enter Exhibit B childcare. The average national price of childcare in 2024 was $13,128 a year. That is $1,094 per month for one child. Millennials are told to have kids, then charge the price of a second rent payment for the privilege of remaining employed. A parent paying daycare is not living large. A parent paying daycare is buying the ability to show up to work.
Childcare also exposes a generational policy failure. Millennials are living inside a two-income requirement with one-income infrastructure. The economy demands both adults work, then charges one adult paycheck to watch the child while both adults work.
Families always made sacrifices. Your grandmother stayed home. Your grandfather worked overtime. People did not expect institutions to solve everything.
When two parents work now, the household needs both incomes to qualify for rent or a mortgage, then childcare eats the second income. It is not freedom when the only choices are burnout, debt, delayed kids, or no kids. Millennials were sold equality at work and billed for the missing support system.
Motion to enter Exhibit C Healthcare. The age 35 to 44 healthcare spending line went from $1,415 in 1990 to $5,949 in 2024. Healthcare is not a lifestyle upgrade. It is the cost of not turning one diagnosis into bankruptcy. Premiums, deductibles, copays, out-of-network traps, dental, vision, therapy, prescriptions, urgent care, and surprise bills are not indulgences.
The All-Household 2024 release shows healthcare averaged $6,197 for all consumer units, while housing and transportation alone absorbed more than half of household spending. Housing averaged $26,266 and transportation $13,318. That is $3,299 a month before food, childcare, debt, taxes, and emergencies.
We had medical bills. We had no online coupons, no telehealth, no flexible work, no health apps, no modern drugs. Progress costs money.
Progress that bankrupts patients is not progress. It is a toll road. A millennial can have an app, a portal, a nurse line, an insurance card, and still avoid care because the deductible is a grenade. The boomer version of healthcare was imperfect. The millennial version is a maze with better branding.
Motion to enter Exhibit D Education. The College Board lists public four-year in-state tuition and fees at $11,950 for 2025 to 26. Millennials were told college was the responsible path. Then the price of entry became a monthly drag after graduation, during marriage, during childbirth, during home shopping, during layoffs.
Degrees became filters. Certifications became renewals. Unpaid internships became auditions. Application systems became algorithmic black holes. A boomer could walk into a local firm with a high school diploma and build tenure. Millennials often enter with debt, a probationary contract, a software login, and no pension.
Boomers also faced recessions, layoffs, inflation, and competition. We did not all receive pensions. We built skills and showed loyalty.
Loyalty was easier when institutions returned it. Millennials were told to be loyal, then got layoffs. Told to hustle, then got burnout. Told to get degrees, then got debt. Told to rent temporarily, then got priced out. The advice keeps moving because the system keeps failing the person taking it.
Motion to enter Exhibit E Digital Access. Millennials hear subscriptions and think phone, internet, cloud storage, cybersecurity, software, work tools, kids' school apps, delivery memberships, background checks, credit monitoring after data breaches, and every service that used to be included but now bills separately. The modern economy did not remove costs. It atomized them.
The age 35 to 44 table shows telephone services at $1,604 in 2024. That is just one line inside the larger access economy. It does not capture every platform fee, every payment processing charge, every subscription used for work.
But people choose some of that. Nobody forces you to order food delivery. Nobody forces you to subscribe to 5 streaming platforms. Nobody forces you to finance a new car.
A worker without a reliable car in a car-dependent metro loses job options. A renter without internet loses applications and school access. A parent without delivery or paid help often loses time, sleep, or work hours. Poverty is expensive. Time poverty is expensive. Modern life monetizes both.
Motion to enter Exhibit F Transportation. The 2024 spending data shows transportation at $13,318 for all consumer units, and the age 35 to 44 line shows $15,581. The pain is not only gasoline. It is vehicle insurance, finance charges, repairs, registration, parking, tolls, rideshare gaps, A car is treated like a choice until the job is 27 miles away.
Vehicle insurance alone reached $1,993 in the 2024 all-consumer unit table, and for ages 35 to 44 it reached $2,155. Insurance is hidden inflation. It is not glamorous. It is a bill you pay so one accident does not wreck your financial life.
Insurance existed. Repairs existed. Gas shocks existed. You are stacking every inconvenience and calling it oppression.
We are stacking repeated charges and calling them repeated charges. One bill is a bill. 7 unavoidable monthly bills are a tax. Millennials are not drowning because one wave hit them. They are drowning because every wave now has an auto-pay date.
Boomers paid into ladders. Millennials pay into turnstiles. Pay rent, own nothing. Pay student loans, return to zero. Pay childcare, return to work. Pay health premiums, still owe the deductible. Pay software, keep access. Pay fees, avoid punishment.
Millennials have advantages: more technology, broader job information, better consumer tools, access to investing apps, and in some cases remote work. Those advantages exist. They do not erase the verdict because the largest required costs sit in housing, healthcare, childcare, transportation, and credentials. A budgeting app cannot make a $1,094 childcare bill vanish.
Motion to record the central fraud, the word lifestyle. Boomers call it lifestyle because that makes the pain sound elective. But the categories are not yachts. They are housing, childcare, healthcare, transportation, education, connectivity, insurance, and fees. The new economy did not simply raise prices. It found every checkpoint between a person and stability, then installed a payment processor.
General inflation explains part of the rise. Extraction explains the feeling that every institution now has a handout. Rent application fees, resort fees, ticket fees, delivery fees, convenience fees, platform fees, account fees, late fees. The modern household does not just buy goods. It pays gatekeepers.
The ruling is entered. The system favored the boomer path to ownership and punishes the millennial path with recurring access costs. The $1,847 monthly lifestyle tax is the quiet theft between income and stability. It is not brunch. It is not laziness. It is not entitlement. It is the bill for living in an economy that monetized adulthood. This is verdict 003. The data is on the table. Which generation is right? Vote in the comments.